Good morning, second graders. It's Tuesday, April 7th. We're on lesson 141 today. We're going to review our sentences. Remember, there are four kinds of sentences. We have declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, and imperative. All right, I'm going to read a sentence. Let's see at home if you get these right and you're able to tell what kind of sentence it is. We visited the Rocky Mountain National Park. We visited the Rocky Mountain National Park. What kind of sentence is that? Declarative. I hope you said declarative. Have you been there? Have you been there? Interrogative sentence. I spotted 5 elk near the entrance. I spotted 5 elk near the entrance. That would be a declarative sentence. The elk had U-tracks and were so big. The elk had U-tracks and were so big. Okay, what kind of sentence is that? I hope you said exclamatory. Okay? Look at the pictures I took. Look at the pictures I took. Look at the pictures I took. What kind of sentence is that? Should be imperative. It's giving a command. We've learned that adjectives describe nouns. They often tell us what kind of noun. A yellow banana. How many nouns? 3 bananas. Well, we're going to talk about a special word today used to describe verbs called an adverb. So adjectives describe your nouns. Adverbs describe your verbs. I have on the board the beaver swam. Okay? The beaver swam. We could add an adverb to that sentence to make it a little more interesting. You can ask yourself, how? How did the beaver swim? Quietly, loudly. Okay? And then I have the lion roared. How did the lion roar? Loudly. Probably if the lion roared, it was loudly. So those words that we use to describe the adverbs, the words we use to describe the verbs are called adverbs. They can make our sentence more interesting just like adjectives did. On your page 281, it says an adverb is a word that describes a verb. When I saw the spider on my foot, I yelled loudly. How did I yell? Loudly. So number 1 says read the sentences. Write the verb and adverbs on the line. It says the sun shone brightly. The verb was shown, and how did it shine? Brightly. The wind blew gently. The verb is underlined for you, so you write blew. How did it blow? Gently. The deer grazed quietly. Graze is your verb. Quietly tells how the deer grazed. Number 2, read the sentences and add your own adverb. Hint, many adverbs end in ly. We ate our picnic. You could put in there quickly. We ate our picnic quickly. So you add a word to the end. Number 3, how many ways can you speak? These ways are adverbs. Write them on the lines. I speak and they have politely. You could say loudly, quietly, excitedly. So see if you can come up and fill all of those blanks. On the back, number 1 says write the words for each picture, then write a word that rhymes. 2, read the paragraph, write the red words from the paragraph under the correct special sound. So the words in red are going to fit under one of those special sounds. You have ear and ear, air and bear, air and care, air and cherry, and earth, air and carry, air and hair. Number 3, cross out the words that are not nouns. What is a noun? A person, place, or thing. So if it's not a person, place, or thing, you're going to cross it out. All right, let's look at math. We're going to move on over to lesson 41 there. All right, think about this. If Paul has $5 to spend at the store, he wants a ball that costs $1.99 and a game that costs $3.99. Does he have enough money? We can find the answer quickly by rounding to the nearest dollar. $1.99 is almost $2. It's only 1 penny away. And $3.99 is 1 penny away from $4. So we can add 2 plus 4 and we get 6. So $6. He had $5 to spend at the store. Can he get the ball in the game if it costs $6? No, he cannot because he only had 5. So that is what's going to help us with estimating sums. Okay, we've been working on rounding to the nearest 10. If it has a 4 in the ones place or down, it rounds down to the 10 before. If it has a 5 to a 9 in the tens place, it's going to round up. The way we know that a number is rounded to the nearest 10 is it has a 0 in the ones place, and it's the numbers we use when we count by tens. All right, so Emily picked up 33 pine cones on Saturday and 20 on Monday. She added them and got 64 pine cones. Is her sum correct? Let's see. 3 plus 1 is 4. Should be 54. My paper has a misprint. Okay, she added them together and got 54. Is her sum correct? Yes, it's correct. If we round the 33 to the nearest 10, we're going to go down to 30 and round 21 to 20, and our estimated sum would be this. Estimated means to guess. When you estimate how many jelly beans are in the jar, you're taking a guess. So we don't have to necessarily do a guess here because we know how to round. Okay, so on this one we found out there was 54 pine cones. If you rounded each number and did the answer, that's called an estimated sum, it was close to that. This would round down to that. Okay, well we're going to, I'm going to move the phone a little so you can see my answer when I do the next problem. Try that. All right. Okay, so we're talking about estimated sums. So guess what? We don't have to do this work. We don't have to do any of this work right here. We're just going to round. So 23 rounds to 20. 48 rounds up, because it's got an 8 in the ones place, to 50. And then I'm just going to add this, and this is my estimated sum. When it says to find your estimated sum, you just round these, and then you add them together. So let's look at your book. Not your book, sorry. Your page 281. We're going to look at the back 282 first, like we do in class. It says estimating sums. To estimate the sum of a 2-digit added, round each added to the nearest 10. Pretty basic, so let's do these together. Number 1, estimate each sum. You are not going to write an answer under 49 plus 22. We don't have to do that work at all. We're just going to do the rounding and then add those two numbers together to get our estimated sum. So 49 rounds to 9 in the one place means we're going to round up to the next 10, which would be 50. And then 22 is going to round down to the nearest 10, would be 20. So you would have 50 and 20, so 50 plus 20 is 70. If you go across to B, we have 15 plus 14. We're not doing any work there. We're going to round. 15 rounds to, we go up to 20. 14 rounds down to 10. So now you have 20 plus 10 equals 30. All right, I want you to try C and D on your own. Remember, do not do 67 plus 11 or 22 plus 56. You're going to round it and then find the answer. Number 2 says write the products. Number 3 says circle 1/3 of the wildflowers Jenny and Emily saw at the campground. So you're going to have to look and count all those flowers and circle 1/3. That means you would have 3 equal groups, and you're going to circle one of those equal groups. Number 4, of the 12 oak the children saw on Tuesday, 4 were females. How many male elk did they see? So you're going to do your math problem, and then you'll notice the red word, the word in red is how we label. Okay, you haven't had to do that all year. They usually have it for you, so we have to remember to put that label there. So after you do your math problem, after the answer, you will write the label there. All right, if you go back to the front of the page 281, it says write the 2 tens, each numbers between. Then circle the number that it rounds to. Number 2, write the sums and differences. 3, color to show fractions. Write greater, less than, or equal. Number 4, you have a story problem that also reminds you to label. Jackets in red, it tells you how to label it. Don't forget that. And number 5, write the quotients. So do the dividing problem. All right, let's look at science. We got a few more pages than normal to read today. Pages 81 to 89. We're reading about animals in the rainforest habitat. You have the words emergent, canopy, understory. On page 81, you'll see a map of the world. You will see that they have a line called the equator, and underneath that, there's a couple rainforests above it, and then there's some underneath it, but they're very close around the equator. All right, and then you have toucan and fern on 82. 83 is the page Miss McNary does not like, and I bet you can take a big guess why, because my animal that is my least favorite is on that page. Then page 84, you're going to read about the understory layer, jaguar, leopard, fungi, decay means to break down, then the forest floor. Then you're going to read about their food and their shelter. You have anteater and vegetation on 86. And then you're going to go to page 89. Let's see if you can match the labels to the rainforest layers. Remember, don't write in your book. All right, I hope you have a great Tuesday. I know it's going to be a warmer week. Hopefully you're getting outside. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. We need sunshine. Bring on the sunshine. All right, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you do well on your work today.